who won't.
12 News at 10 starts right now. We begin tonight with a story you'll only see on 12 News. The family of a Mesa teen says she was bullied, threatened, and harassed at school. And now they're wondering how a victim of assault was arrested for protecting herself. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight for 12 News at 10. I'm Mark Curtis. Caribe has the night off. The family of the teen says they haven't seen or talked to her since she's been in custody for almost a week now. And when they couldn't get answers as to why, they reached out to 12 News. 12 News journalist Jonathan McCall has been digging into this story today. He's live at the Juvenile Detention Center with details. Jonathan?
Mark, good evening. 17-year-old Tyra White remains here at the Maricopa County Juvenile Detention Center facing some pretty serious charges after an incident that happened at Westwood High School on Friday. Her mom telling me that she hasn't seen her daughter since she was handcuffed to a hospital bed shortly after that arrest. Tonight, they're simply trying to piece together how this all happened. For nearly a week,
I couldn't believe this happened.
Tara Adams has been trying to make sense of why her 17-year-old daughter has been in custody at the Maricopa County Juvenile Detention Center.
I have not heard or spoken to my daughter since she has been locked up.
For weeks, Adams says Tyra, a student at Westwood High School in Mesa, was being harassed, threatened, and even bullied by a group of boys. Friday, while at school, she says that Tyra went from a victim to a suspect.
She said I was being touched and groped, and I was asking a security guard to make him stop touching me and to help me, and he just ignored me.
Instagram video showing Tyra in that pink wig talking to a friend when a boy in a white shirt stands next to her and then appears to reach out and grab her. Here's a still image of that moment. The rest of the video appears to show a security guard witnessing that incident but doing nothing.
And then he went to try to touch her for the third time while she was talking to the security guard. She moved his hand.
Moments later, a second video shows Tyra standing when an unknown man walks up behind her and appears to try to take something out of her hands. Things quickly escalating, Tyra turning around and begins to fight. That's when a Mesa police officer grabs her and tackles her to the ground.
She had head injuries and injury to her left leg and cuts and bruises from being tackled by the police.
Her sister Taylor.
Every time I'm watching the video, it makes me upset, it makes me mad. She's 4'11", she's tiny, she's little.
Says the video is tough to watch.
The dude that's touching her, he didn't get tackled to the ground, she gets tackled to the ground.
And since Friday,
no one has called me.
The family says no one from Mesa Police or Mesa Public Schools has reached out.
The fact that the school didn't really say anything is like they didn't care until we called you guys. And now it's just like, oh, now we want to do something.
In a statement to 12 News, Mesa Public Schools said the incident involved, quote, a female student suffering a medical episode that led her to threatening to harm students and staff members. Tyra's family says they're still searching for answers and waiting for her to come home.
I just want justice for my sister. I want everybody
justice
to know that,
Yes, we do.
that it's not okay. Yeah. And they shouldn't have people like
As we mentioned, Tyra now facing some serious charges, including aggravated assault on a teacher. As we mentioned, she still is here in custody at the Maricopa County Juvenile Detention Center. Right now, there's no timetable on when she could be released, but a hearing will be held next week to determine what happens in the future. Earlier today, 12 News did reach out to Mesa Police for comment on the story. In this last few hours, they got back to us telling us that they are still investigating how this all went down, but they have invited 12 News to their headquarters to review the body cam video of the officer involved in this incident. We'll continue to stay on this story and let you know how this all develops and plays out. But for now, we're live tonight in Phoenix. I'm Jonathan McCall, 12 News.
Jonathan, thanks. Now to another 12 News exclusive. A man is in custody tonight after driving the wrong way on the 303, narrowly missing dozens of cars. And if it wasn't for a Valley truck driver who stepped in to help, risking his own life, this situation could have been much worse. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono talked to that truck driver who caught the whole thing on camera.
So often we report on tragedies on our roadways caused by wrong-way drivers, and this truck driver thought he was about to witness another one, so he decided to step in and stop that driver himself.
I was just home in bed. I needed to run to my office.
Truck driver Ruben Benavides never would have thought a quick trip to his office Monday night would turn into this.
10 minutes later, I was chasing this guy down the freeway on the wrong way.
As Benavides was driving south on the 303, he saw another car getting onto the freeway. The problem? He was going the wrong way. Benavides immediately called 911 and started flashing his lights, trying to get the driver's attention and warn the other drivers on the road.
He was just driving like normal, not even noticing the headlights that were passing him.
His dash cam recording everything.
I mean, I was talking to DPS. And I said, I gotta go to the other side. I can't just sit here and watch. He's gonna hit somebody. Somebody's gonna die here.
Benavides, watching the wrong-way driver narrowly miss oncoming cars, so he decided to get closer.
And there we are, driving side by side. He's in the fast lane, and I'm in the emergency lane.
As soon as the driver started to slow down, Benavides pulled in front of him, causing him to stop.
He still was oblivious to what was going on until I told him, you're going the wrong way.
The driver corrected himself, but Benavides, suspicious he was intoxicated, kept following him, relaying his location to DPS in real time, ultimately getting off the freeway as the driver pulled into a Walmart parking lot.
And I think it's what he was doing is he was hiding.
DPS arrived a short time later, arresting the driver, Boris Raimundo, who is now facing an aggravated felony DUI wrong-way driving charge after a breathalyzer test showed he was nearly 3 times the legal limit.
A Class 4 felony.
As for Benavides, he's just thankful nobody was hurt.
Maybe he would thank me for saving his life, but he's gonna kill an innocent person. They're the ones who always get hurt first. These drivers, they usually don't.
A wrong-way driver situation that ended the right way, all because this driver put his own life on the line.
I wasn't even thinking of that. I was just thinking I need to stop this guy.
Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks. Developing tonight, the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office has new information about a woman who went missing last month. This is 35-year-old Shaina Fineman. Sheriff's officials say she was last seen March 9th between Peach Springs and Seligman. Yavapai Silent Witness is offering a $10,000 reward for any information that helps find her. The phone number and website are on your screen. We're told that the last 2 people who saw her are not cooperating with the investigation. Authorities tell 12 News that Fineman's cell phone was recovered not far from the 40-acre property where she had been living with several other people. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Well, time to get a check on the weather with meteorologist Lindsay Riley. And Lynn, some big changes coming our way for the rest of the week.
Yeah, that's right. We're at 102 earlier this week, and tomorrow the high is only going to be 84. We're sitting at 80 degrees, not as warm as the last couple of nights. 63 in Sedona, 79 in Lake Havasu. Skies are clear, but not too far off to our north. Few spotty showers across Nevada and Utah this evening. This is the first storm system that's going to bring some rain and thunderstorm chances to northern Arizona during the day tomorrow. But we will start off completely dry and sunny here in the valley. Sunrise time is at 5:46. Out the door tomorrow, pretty comfortable still. Temps are going to be in the 60s from 6 to 8 a.m. up to 70 degrees. But we are looking at a rather windy day tomorrow all across the state. And Friday will be the windiest day. In the valley, 30-mile-an-hour gusts tomorrow, up to 40-mile-per-hour gusts on Friday. And we'll see much of the same across northern Arizona. As of right now, we don't have any major wind advisories posted. But as you can see here, temperatures in the 80s right on through Sunday here in Phoenix. And then next week, a big warm up again, highs close to 100. Mark?
Linz, thanks. Arizona all over the national airwaves tonight because of this. Earlier today, Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays announced charges against Arizona's so-called fake electors, including state lawmakers and the former head of the state Republican Party. All of this related to a scheme that tried to overturn the 2020 presidential election, with those fake electors allegedly engaging in a scheme to keep Donald Trump in office as president. 12 News journalist Bram Resnick has been covering this story for several years and spent the last few hours digging through the documents.
They weren't trying to hide it.
1 month after the 2020 presidential election, a social media post showed Arizona's 11 Donald Trump electors signing a document claiming they were the rightful electors from a state that Trump lost to Joe Biden.
The defendants charged by the state grand jury allegedly schemed to prevent the lawful transfer of the presidency.
Today, all 11 of the so-called phony electors stand charged with 9 felonies apiece. 2 of them, Jake Hoffman and Anthony Kern, are Republican state senators. Former Republican Party Chair Kelly Ward was also indicted.
Here, they were not only taking notes on a conspiracy, they were publishing their notes on social media.
Former federal prosecutor Mark Kekanovich told 12 News that the fraud charges against the electors could carry serious prison time.
These are just allegations. They have to be proven, but when you're using people's own words against them, that's very strong evidence.
Democratic Attorney General Chris Mays cast her net far beyond Arizona. Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and lawyer Rudy Giuliani were among 7 Trump campaign officials indicted. One of the unindicted co-conspirators is an unnamed former president of the United States who spread false claims of election fraud, Donald Trump himself. So will this trial join other Trump-related trials apparently destined to continue through Election Day?
You can expect a lot of attempts at delay from the defense, but there are rights to speedy trial, too, that some of the defendants may want to exercise.
Kurt Altman, lawyer for 8 of the 11 Trump electors, told 12 News, "We're certainly disappointed in today's developments and are confident that these charges are unwarranted. The light at the end of the tunnel is now the court process, where rules govern instead of political parties." The Republican Party of Arizona labeled the indictments a blatant and unprecedented abuse of prosecutorial power. This is not justice, it is pure election interference. In Phoenix, Bram Resnick, 12 News.
Bram, thanks. Our coverage of today's indictments continues on air and online. To stay up to date on the latest developments and to read all of the documents in their entirety, go to 12news.com or our 12 News app. Arizona's abortion law took center stage at the state capitol today with the House taking action on the Civil War-era abortion ban. The House voting 32 to 28 to repeal that 1864 law, advancing the issue to the state Senate. Republicans Matt Gress, Tim Dunn, and Justin Wilmoth all joined Democrats voting to repeal the near-total ban. It's the 3rd time the House has tried to vote on this since the state Supreme Court ruled the 1864 ban would become the law of the state. State senators will now have the chance to send the repeal to the governor's desk when they meet again next week. Still